Kevin Taylor once again is squaring off with people power on social media because Minuka Sinana Kujo Jantuah, who happened to be one of the morning show hosts and a host or presenter in Insura FM no. Or the same betu just say in this particular ongoing MPP flag bearer race no until that ehunda e will be say Bawumia kujan bibia or can obi wan sembone da. Now, in some now can now reference it to the recent attacks are also in the amongst the delegates in the New Patriotic Party race. I know Betty Abronya Kokasi and now Betty Wiako and I say people around them can be Obia can be, but then pass or no pa we say oh Bawumia crop for their fine. But say Bawumia pa de Bawumia and cancer answer no. And no, and I mean, no, say no. I'm a Kevin Taylor. Wabema a vivid response to this particular man. I mean, no, say on social media. In fact, at the end of the day, video near the best show, another video, the series of video be show ever has seen. I believe that alone will make you understand where we are coming from and how this whole fight, is just degenerating into something else by day. But before then, munya kwine and share the videos at this same way, eba. In some parts, and Jantuah and Kevin Taylor reply no, you share the video because we want you to know exactly what really happened. At the end of the day, most of these issues, I'm probably say, on the other side, no. So in a minute, or in some few seconds, we'll be pulling up the video because definitely we are live a recorded and sometimes the systems kind of delay. But then I think the video here, as a CC and video, I ready. For young question the video involve this whole fight in a buyer. Nina said Nanaya Jantuah party say oh that ente that say Bawumia kujan bibi edi obiate.
Yeah. Mente said Dr. Bawumia edidi obiatem.
So now what's in answer more kind.
In all this campaign.
Someone will be a mesami.
Mente said Dr. Bawumia akasaka se chichiri.
Sure.
Etia obi.
Yeah. For that one, he's
engineer Kwabena Agyapong. Mente ye.
Sure.
Ye reduchum. Mente ye. Bibi Jiron ejina no akwakoye Agyapong. Nenkrofo.
Yeah.
Enna Brian Champon so Nancy Sema or no crowd on did you be at Brian crowd on did you be at him. Brian Diani say oh state facts because Bawumia Crawford say of our fertilizer be but on also say enya no credit.
But other people too believe say party members need to be believe we say as we are supposed to see the weakness of the party so much
but
even
campaign,
in the quest for power.
But you don't say you see let's be honest.
So that is exactly what he's saying to explicitly to nipa or calling it out in Japan. So this is where almighty Kevin Taylor we say Nana Jantuah oh yeah a hypocrite because we say immediately people called him out so Nana Jantuah wabe posting ma bebre on social media wa church ma bebre but then enu here yen share Kevin Taylor in some kind in deep response to this man I call it out the hypocrisy according to him of Nana Jantuah yen share video e baba ke beto aso
na Nana Jantuah me aminipa na oye jandambi and you see that these are some of the things I keep saying or say I maintain that say Bawumia edidi obi atem da maintain that say Kabine Agyapong we did you be atem da maintain that say Brian Champon you knew where he was going all that he was trying to do then say yenya campaign tia Kennedy Agyapong me I don't care about Kennedy Agyapong I don't care about Bawumia but you see that is the thing you do Bawumia empowering people to destroy the party in the name say Bawumia say on it there ondi obi atem from the noom. But everybody who is supporting Bawumia is on platforms insulting opponent. Bawumia yeka obia odi atem politics mu pa Mahmoud Bawumia. Enti Bawumia esuma ni ntwamoa no na omuko di atem a na nipa na ebedi na atem no or respond pe. Yes Bawumia de oni atem na abronye DC campaign o yama aponche. Bawumia is the most diabolic politician Ghana enya. Itu probi odi atem pa politics mu Ghana Bawumia. Actually, when Jimmy Nobakacha said Bawumia does not insult. I was about Bawumia Bejina Dipemka say, oh, my, I said it was the atom. Now, Abronye or Kasama punching. Abronye or Kasama punching. You sit on TV and radio and kwasiade. Mona mama politicians, alpha journalists be say moi. Because when they listen to you, they see you people to be weak. They see you people to be people who are not straight, who are not consistent, people they can use as rags. Because why should you sit on TV or radio on your show and say, Bawumia oniatem, Brand Champ oniatem? Now, how do you reason yourself? How do you reason? And it's not personal. I want you to reason to the point where you don't call for some unnecessary hate for yourself. Who are you campaigning for? What do you get when any of these guys win? You get nothing. Oh yeah, campaign more 2013, 14, 15, 16 about power. What did you get? Nothing. So what stops you from being neutral and telling the truth? Somebody like Jantuah, Wako University, also consider engineering. You don't fall for such dirty, petty politics. Agyapong, all that he needs is fair elections. Because say a journalist near Tia, say we are going to skew in Kofobia General Santimemu time a particular candidate. Na nipa we there because the nipa mamskebi me penasem anabi binti menka sentiobia. Then you are being stupid because open nipa omudi Bawumia omudi atempa. Bawumia knows all of them. Has he ever stood on any platform to tell them not to do that? Bawumia enables them to do that. Inti samu tina radio so na moya ma adwene se mo betumi adane nsam aye nipa bi adada nipa bi akeka nsam ato nipa bi so a eno na it comes back to bite you people. At a point when I was telling Ghanaians say you should vote Ekufuor NPP out, you people were saying say Kevin Taylor kasa e mani favor NDC to kasa ma John Mahama mo nyina mo maame. Why today you people cannot tell Bawumia say eye dia bronya ye no or in his favor enkwasiafo ma? At a point when I was telling Ghanaians there's so much corruption. This is the scandal. These are the documents. Vote against the NDC, MPP and bring the NDC. You people from party 24 I am from Kwasia for software say Kevin Taylor is speaking for John Mahama. Chema to me Kwasia and show amwe. Original radio so TV can say I and Kevin Taylor Kasama Mahama. But nobody has ever seen me officially write anything for Mahama, say anything for Mahama. But as far as I'm speaking, and I was going in favor of the NDC, which Mahama was the leader, I saw from Kwasia for say Kevin Taylor you Mahama. Now then I brought you the Okasa, na odi Kennedy atem, odi Brand Champ atem, odi obi atem and Kwasia for mun to me can't answer Bawumia na shenichi. Quarter the boge in nine. You people sit and you destroy Ghana's democracy. Obi na enkwaya na munkoka. Someone in a 1 year bomb timutua, mamun blame obia because you call these things for yourselves. Bawumia na say MPP politics. Let us get this right. Samira Bawumia in 2015-16. Ojina platform no odi Lodina Mahama tem na odi John Mahama tem sanko na moso Ghana ana murefi Samira Bawumia ni kunu Bawumia. They stood on different platforms. Samira Bawumia le toso to me di Mahama tem. Nobody said anything. At 10 years about politics when Bawumia na yire na de bae. Ghana politics at 10 years and Bawumia na yire na de bae. Somebody is incompetent. Somebody is and sanko mi na de bae. So why can't we be honest to tell them in their faces, say, Sir Jimmy, when I'm introducing to Ghana politics, no, and then I'm a bedruha because oh Samira when I'm on Obi do what time ya Obi care something about ya. So why do you think, say, when you say something against someone, Sani Panis are responding? It is not all about you speaking, it's about the people behind you, it's about your support. You see, it is Bawumia and Yiri almost say Ghana politics. It was very decent. People were throwing low jobs, people were being diplomatic. But sa Bawumia way about politics no. Sa Mahamudu way about politics no. And or started in the Mikasa Adebaye or none started the attempt. And the people behind him today are doing it. It's Mutina Radio Swa. Be reasonable enough. Be reasonable enough. Aden, we need power MPP at today, we need power NDC at today. As I sit here, I don't fucking care about anybody. Let the people know the truth. In 42 years, I would never speak in favor on the MPP. I am telling you today, I will never. If Mahama, NDC, today, Egua, I am done. Because, I don't believe in the principles of the NPP. I would rather go and support Alan Tremantin. The NPP became unattractive from 2016 when Mahamudu Bawumia Negre inculcated what we call indirect insult in our politics. They started it and Kufuor backed it. Now than Kufuor, no afraid, Professor Mills, Professor do nothing, then do little. Kufuor then sat behind and they were happy. Now you have groomed Bawumia who led this party into office with insult.
Therefore, in the same way, no clearly you could see said Jantuah, perhaps no people were really attacking him so until who now you're Bawumia puppet and or a lengthy letter by be brave me reading your share the video in so I'm exposing the hypocrisy and fake narrative of Kevin Taylor. Initially I decided not to respond, but due to several notable individuals who reached out to me to clarify the matter, I will address the video attached is what I said on that particular day. My statement in reference to the claims made by Bawumia team regarding certain fertilizer not distributed by Brian Agyapong, which they blamed for MPP's loss. My position was to defend Brian on this matter and caution Bawumia's team to be careful in how they attack those they disagree with. These comments was a factual observation that I haven't seen Bawumia, Dr. Educhum and Kwame Agyapong personally insult, except the supporters of Ken and Bawumia. I've never said anyone should vote against Ken. In the never be brave. Onya against Ken Agyapong on supporting way Bawumia, but the actions have been person actions such as or Bawumia puppets. Regardless, no, you could tell Rankas and somebody to about this particular matter about it also.
I'm sorry, I'm not pana me who's and go for tag me. Go for tag me if Minia Ketua Kevin Taylor. Naturally, me can ask him. If we say a bra or buy, yes, say, me man a queen ya namin tetino, e will radio muno. Me fanite minia, still away minia. Yamia ya dumenia diamano, any baby a wordru. Ne did ya tema wo did in crofo, any the air catching them crofo, and yes, son and me, obedi min sem no me tetino fa home. But on also, they also a person ye bebuano no. Yenim kromu ha, de waka fo biya ho. Didi atema we didi. We generally benefit NDC. Because minim say no MPP ni eduru be bi ni nyoma e course no e no dane ye e no support to NDC. I don't have a problem with that. E ne de. There have been many times, sir, or the made to me a show. Ebe did matem, I can do also oka, but me fan seminia ke 20 men fan ho, min fino. A trebi o nye cry near said in commoni asre. Nejuma no ye. And there have been many times, sir, or kasa asem na me miamano, because in penufone be frame a catch him senana, men so. The be my catcher say, Yay, Chromo haya Ghana honey at Sinia Kuama Ghana, Yanko baby ow. Mimiti Chromo ha. Mijinan crani mu, MPP stronghold cry a coye. It's in an Jantuah you be a cowarda, obey here security before so obeko baby. Me me kwa security be coming home. Miti Chromo haya, miti MPP stronghold Ashanti region and so ye koye and my make sure say MPP stronghold the crown omuntimi fa Ghana for nye do mope. And I'm a juma me as multimedia no. Emra se hu. Nti ade bi wo ho a me ntimi nka. Me nia ketua Kevin Taylor betimi aka. Me ntimi metrasi ndi obi atem. Ye ma me sa kwan no. But no betimi aka because any platform. What did you be at them? What did you insure? What did you multimedia at them? What did you be obia or becanasimbia? And ask them. But let's be careful. Because you see, you will never be a coswa, and sometimes, so or the Yamubi or did Erastus or no son in such training in no crown, Erastus didn't attempt, did you be at them? But you see, say or yes say na odidi atem obi antimi nka because ekoye mamo ba yemu bi sha say respondia afi ne be feso nana odi on say on my Ghana no de oye bibia ebe ha nipa ye nka nche so onyai oni aka kire panyin na ye yetia no say onyai emre bi odidi matem from odi mi ye content edidi matema. It's me so many braye NDC so because I said no ye adwuma ma NDC. Yera Dr. Samuel Sapon na make us asim with Dr. Samuel Sapon when yan baby ko. Papa no metene so an ma sorry baby obi anya memfa ne kransi. On the frame and you maybe na about 7. Or frame no say kojo me say da ɔsɛ memfi Kevin Taylor minimo caliber minimo adwuma a woyɛ menkɔ saa level no me say papa mate ɔsɛ promise me say ɛfa saa nnwoma no a onyɛ saa me say papa mate menyɛ saa ɛfiri hɔ nti issue bi ba mɛsɔre anɔpa na ebia obi aka ɛna Kevin Taylor se a na ɛyɛ mesere because yɛ pomo mi ne adin a Kevin Taylor nim sɛ ɔmma yɛn ko 10 time ani yɛ ko social media no na me ni akutue no ɔhyɛ yɛn content onim. You can criticize me for something that I do. I am normal. You don't criticize me. But yes, yeah, we are okay. And then you may be Koswa, especially NDC phone and person tumufo. Then time near year Juma wa Ashanti region, Kevin Taylor no any influence in change you. And your man near year the dangers, your life and not yentimin ko baby wo ho to the bia e wo say ye kofa baby plans are not MPP for ni be planning. Just because near expose the incompetence of MPP government near to Chrome how amania ye hu Chrome hano obi wo our time kwa because he felt some NDC ni because near ye juma. But one thing that I believe say me no credit e can be mami de bia or picking me video ha and video bia me ye no was about say Dr. Bawumia and Crawford ka bibia tia yewura Brian Agyapong saa da no ye the video ni beto so enti saa da no no mo kase so obeka no Dr. Brian Agyapong eba out enso be responde ye wo nneoma bia na ekoso ad Bawumia Crawford no attack Dr. Brian Agyapong say in fact miami nia Dr. Gideon Boako ne ka saa de no say fertilizer Dr. Brian Agyapong antimi amfa anko eno kra ka ho na MPP lusu ye ento kansa no saa da no me ba ha na me kan say munhye na abato na motu no mente say Dr. Bawumia edidi obi atem mente say Duchum edidi obi atem mente say engineer Kwabena Agyapong edidi obi atem mente say Ken edidi obi atem but Ken supporters. And that day no be obetie me preamble bia na make efa the way ya Bawumia ne Ken Agyapong Crawford did you mu atem. That was the import. Na sada no na me ye de defended Dr. Brian Agyapong obi otie me bia no. The issue was na me kra me lambaste Dr. Bawumia and Crawford say de omu ye no omunjai because obia obeka na asem bi omu didi atem. How many times na mentina ha en kasentia the way abronye because of the Bawumia edidi Ken Agyapong atem. How many times na mentina ha en criticize say Dr. Bawumia en Crawford ye can say miracle boagini Kofi Ofosun kansamu ene san Crawford no e wo say Dr. Bawumia eyi omu frim even minia kwesi kwaten na so obetena hakra me can say the way musi kun social media no omunya careful. Obia wotie me bia no I have stated my position say Dr. Bawumia any Ken Agyapong Crawford no emma party no enya kono biem. And that very day it was because Dr. Brian Agyapong akwaka bibi ninti no the only thing that no betimi aka say wakowia fertilizer na say wanchiche fertilizer and na me to Dr. Bawumia Crawford for say Dr. Brian Agyapong na mo kano owo sika che mu nyina enti enya obi a wo fertilizer or not the fertilizer you say the na me kra me pay to mu MPP for ne say the mu ken se mo anhwe ya mo keka ni nyina wi a NDC for and a momo mutumi. That was what I said. And yet Kevin Taylor lied Ochan Kontopo, and because people believe saying some no can wababe demigod in the midst of people, no people don't fact check, people don't scrutinize, and then you use that say I Nana Jantuah ekaya say or campaignetia Ken Agyapong na wa campaignetia a campaignia ma Dr. Bawumia because Dr. Bawumia ma misika mo de eche say eya na me pese me dwene mo aya mutie na mo ka sika no na mo nim sabi si sika eya na me tie eya misre MPP for the John Mahama mamisika. Now MPP for na so timi jina ka say Dr. Bawumia ma misika. the next time Agyapong ye post wa ha ye post de bia ma at the end of the day Agyapong owini Agyapong nkrofo bia ma misika say ye post ni wie na Agyapong ye kaso awini a eno de nkrofo ye Agyapong nkrofo etimi peke because omunim say na Jantuah platform ye credible ntino Agyapong nkrofo etimi peke na omude akwakohye no maka say na ekoso the same person na Agyapong nkrofo friend no maka say na wo bo adwuma no all of a sudden now since when na mo MPP for mo je Kevin Taylor die since when
Etiefo nti nsɛm a ɛyɛ Nana Jantuah ɛde to dwa no no yɛni di nsɛm n'akyi will end this particular